Hi there, this is Dr. J. Kent Gregory, and welcome to part two of chapter four of Human Resource Management. And this chapter is called Recruitment. Let's move on to our discussion. So, some key takeaways of portions of this chapter. IRCA stands for the Immigration Reform and Control Act, and it requires that all employers determine the eligibility of an employee to work in the United States. The reporting form is called the I-9, and it's got to be completed and kept on file. And that file can either be paper or electronic. And you have to keep it for at least 3 years. But some states do require this documentation to be kept on file for the duration of the employee's period of employment. So if the employee was there longer than 3 years, you got to keep it there for as long as he or she's there. And then some other key takeaways, some other another law that affects the hiring process is the Patriot Act. And this was put in place, obviously, right after or shortly after 9/11. And it allows the government to access data that would normally be considered private. So, for example, an employee's records and work voice emails and emails, and that the government can do this without the company's consent. Now, the HR professional might consider letting employees know about this. So, not many employees are, but this is something that might be worthwhile letting the employees know. And then the EEOC, it's a federal agency charged with ensuring discrimination does not occur in the workplace. Uh, this agency oversees the Equal Employment Opportunity set of laws, and organizations have got to post those EEO laws in a visible location at the workplace and also include them on job announcements. Related to the EEOC, the bona fide occupational qualification, or the BFOQ, the BFOC, makes it legal to discriminate in hiring based on certain special circumstances. So the example that the book gives is requiring the retirement of airline pilots at a certain age due to safety concerns. And then there's another thing worth discussing is disparate impact. So disparate impact refers to a policy that may limit a protected EEO group from receiving fair treatment. Disparate impact might include a test or requirement that negatively impacts someone based on protected group status. So the example that the book gives, and it's a really good example, is requiring a high school diploma, which actually may not be necessarily applicable for the job. So one could do the job without having the high school diploma, and so that could be that could possibly fall under disparate impact. Disparate treatment refers to discrimination against an individual, such as the hiring of one person over another based on race or gender, education even. So some recruitment strategies. So a recruiter is a specific individual who focuses solely on the recruiting function. And this could be the recruiter could take the form of an executive search firm, uh, temporary recruitment or staffing firms, or corporate recruiters. Other recruitment strategies are campus recruiting, professional associations, websites, social media, events, special interest groups, which are referred to as SIGs, and referrals. And here's the steps to the recruitment process. So I'll try to, uh, so you start with the staffing plans, develop the job analysis, write the job description, the job specifications development. Got to know the laws. You got to develop your recruitment plan. Then you implement the recruitment plan. You accept application materials, and then the next stage would be the selection process, where you select the candidate or candidates. So there you go. That's how the kind of a flow chart of how it all works. Well, thank you very much, and we will pick up with the final part, which is part three of chapter four next.